Sagittarius, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. I do want to remind everybody that I do not hyper focus on love, career, or finance, although it's what I talk about a lot. What I hyper focus on is self-care, okay? So I'm looking to balance your head and your heart. Ooh, this one flipped over. Speaking of balancing your head and your heart, that's the Two of Swords. Anyway, I'm looking to balance your head and your heart, your conscious, your subconscious, your intuition, and your intellect. Okay? This is all about self-love here, all right? We taking care of ourselves. You can't take care of anybody else if you don't take care of yourself. Okay. You are hoping to, how do I put this? So you have the Two of Swords. This is like a very difficult decision where a lot of truth has to be looked at. But this is an inner conflict, an inner decision. This isn't something with somebody else. And you have the Emperor in the inverse here, which means you want to drop the managerial means to an end kind of vibe, okay? So this is a very intellectual vibe. And what you want to do is you want to drop the intellect and rely a little bit more on intuition. So you're hoping your intellect can step aside so your intuition can move forward and help you make this decision, okay? So here we have the Emperor in the inverse, which is dropping that managerial stuff. And in your fear, we have the Empress. And the Empress represents that more nurturing intuition side, along with the Hanged Man. This is a lot of major arcana in your fear. So, like I said, stuck between a rock and a hard place. How do I put this? You fear that this change in perspective goes against your intuition. So what I get here is that you're hopping back and forth, because I get a little bit of fear and a little bit of hope in both of these. So it kind of feels like you're going back and forth. You have this decision, this internal conflict, this choice that you have to make, this or that, okay? And you really just want to close your eyes and listen to your gut, but you're so afraid that your gut is wrong, your head keeps ticking in, and you fear that. You're afraid of that. You feel like if your head overthinks the situation, you're sacrificing a little bit of who you are. Huh. The reality of the situation is you know more about this than you think, okay? This isn't like... The Fool in the inverse can be looked at in many different ways. And in this deck, more often than not, the Fool in the inverse is the end of the journey. So if the Fool in the upright represents, starting a new journey, blind faith, and naivete, this is somebody who is coming close to the end of a journey and has learned a lot of lessons, okay? So there is a voice inside you. But you do need that balance to move forward, because you want to drop your defenses. You want to drop your walls a little bit and let somebody or something in. And to me, it feels like you want to usher in change. And whether that change comes with a person, a new perspective, a new job, or a new location, you want to usher in change, and you're searching and searching and searching for your intuition, that gut feeling, because that's what Sagittarians like to do. They like to find that gut feeling, go with it, and ask all the questions later. But the thing is you're constantly asking questions, so your intuition isn't giving, your mind isn't giving your intuition room to speak. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that gut feeling. Oh, that's weird. 2 cards just flipped over. The rest of my deck is the same. So we're looking at the the Four of Pentacles in the inverse, taking stock and letting go, looking at what it is you have and recognizing that you need to let something go. And then the Page of Cups, oh yeah, it is the Page of Cups, is that new growth, that new, there's a little fishy inside his cup there. There's a birth of something, an idea, new life. That's also in the inverse. So what it feels like to me, Sagittarius, when I go back to this reality, I see there's a big change coming. And you want to usher in this change, but there's something here you're not letting go of, and this confirms it. So everybody's story and situation is going to be a little different, but go deep within yourself and recognize there's something, there's an idea, there's a thought, there's a tie to a person, a tie maybe even to a place or a job or a hobby or a habit that needs to change. Your plate is full. You need to take something off of that plate in order to get something else on it. And you want that new thing to come in. So look at your plate and see what's expendable. Or look at your plate and see what you didn't think was expendable, but is something that is wasting your time or energy. You have to let something go before you can bring something new in, Sagittarius. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I will see you next time.